Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Moe's Toy Room, and this one is a little special because you know what? Out of all the videos that I have uploaded over the last few years, I know which ones worked, which ones didn't work, and how this channel is going to move forward. But one video that I get asked about daily, almost daily, and that's from friends that are at work or from people on the street, people that are DMing me and inboxing me and everything else, or leaving comments, and they're on the videos, and they're saying, when can we see what's behind you? So they want the room tour. As far as a room tour, there's not really, it's not like a room filled with toys. Okay, I'm going to point that out right away. But what you see right here is Moe's Toy Room. So we set this up for a display for Moe's Toy Room, for that way when I'm filming, you would see all this in the background. This is not all my toys. I have two extra large storage units, the biggest ones that they offer, that are completely filled with toys up to the limit, like from the front to where you could barely slide the things down. Okay, now we are looking to expand even bigger because I need to make another run and try and fit more stuff over there, because we just have so much stuff that's piling up. And all you collectors know already that when you are heavy into collecting, it tends to become hoarding. I hate to put it that way, but I decided to open this channel for that way people could see somewhat what I have, and I could, you know, feel like, hey, maybe this person feels the same way I feel about this. Maybe now I could have a voice when I go into the stores on the toy hunt and see broken packages, or you see aisles that are empty, or Star Wars stuff that's picked clean, or Spawn stuff picked clean, or stuff that is being snuck out the back by employees. Also, you're going to see everything from fights to people getting loud to just all sorts of things when you do toy hunts. And I enjoy doing toy hunts very much. It does get me out and about, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not too keen on doing toy hunts at Walmart. I'm not a big Walmart guy due to the fact that the audience that Walmart tends to bring in, I know the ones here in the Bay Area, could be very violent. And some of those stores are too overwhelming for me to be in. So Targets are a little bit cleaner, but as of late, things here in the Bay Area have been kind of sloping down. So at all the stores that are out here, there's pretty much cops the moment you walk into the store. That's how bad it's gotten because of the situation we have here in California, where you're able to steal up to over $9,000 worth of stuff. And at that, they're not even going to slap you know, handcuffs on you or anything. It's so people over here are just stealing left and right, and they're ruining it for everybody. Stores are going out of business. As far as like even like in San Francisco and Oakland, they're tending to lose CVS, Walgreens, Targets, Walmarts. Everybody's leaving because they're not making any profit, and that's the downside of all these people that are creating these crimes. So hopefully in the future, very soon, our government will step in and do something about that and start locking these people up, because it's not cool. What it does is it turns into an infection and it ruins your community. It takes jobs away from people that depend on those jobs. It may not seem like much to you or others, but some people really depend on those jobs, and they'll show up to work every day, and when they ain't got that, then where are they going to go? So it's just one of those things. But enough jaw flapping. I'm going to tell you about the channel, where it's going, and where we've been at the end of this video. But right now, you want to see what's behind me. All right, folks, so I'm going to show you just this. I'm going to point that out. So this is going to be my room tour. And as far as my Star Wars one, for all my Star Wars people out there, I wore my Boba Fett shirt, okay? That video is coming up in 2024. The reason why is because my Star Wars collection from 1977 through 1984, 85 only is so massive but I'm going to have to do it in a few different sections due to the fact I'll probably do the first video maybe all loose, like all the loose stuff that I have that's all loose complete. You'll be able to see my original missile firing Boba Fett in there. You'll see a few other prototypes that I do own. A lot of rare things that are out there. And as far as doing all the boxed and carded figures and everything, that video will probably take place later on in the year, because that's a whole nother library to itself. But those videos are definitely some of the most requested, because I was a huge Star Wars guy before starting my YouTube channel, and that was what I collected. I collected Star Wars and horror, and I did have some Spawn, and all my kids were into like Alien, Terminator, especially Predator, and Godzilla. So you're wondering, how did you get into that? It was because of my children. So I figured, hey, I'm going to buy it. That's what they want, so why not review it and unbox it? And I completely fell in love with the toys, and I will continue unboxing and reviewing those in the future. Alright folks, so I'm going to start behind me, and we are going to see what Moe's Toy Room has on my display for my YouTube channel here at Moe's Toy Room. Alright, so people have watched my videos and they always see this Pac-Man machine. And they're always wondering like what's up on top. It's just stuff that we just got stored there, like my big old leather face. And he still works too, folks. I had to get on a chair because this thing is a lot bigger than you think it is. But I don't know where his button is at. It's somewhere on him, on the back there. But yeah, he fires up and everything. So, but that's my leather face. He's probably like 18 inches or something. But as far as like my complete Death Star right there, I have 3 of them, and I have another one in a box, and I have one sealed in a box. I have stuff like that, and they're all complete with rope and everything. As you could tell, it just needs to be dusted. Yeah, I didn't get to dust that. I'm so sorry, folks. But we will go up here on top, and this is, I bought a whole collection in, I believe, the 90s. It might be the 90s of Godzilla figures. And this was one of them. And I bought it from a garage sale. And I've had it ever since. It came with, I believe, I'm not sure if that one was with it, but I will show you the other ones. But yeah, this thing is really old. You could see the feet. If you could pause the video, maybe you could see the dates on those feet. But yeah, he's very old, and a lot of people make me offers and want to buy it, but I had no more room, so I just stuck them up there. They're up there with my TIE Interceptors. Like I said, you will see these also in the Star Wars video. And plus I have to go to the storage unit because I have 2 more of these in box, and these 2 do work. So yeah, so you'll see those. And then I got right here, I got some Godzilla figures. You can see some stuff there. There's my Godzilla figures. And this is one of them too. So he was also one of them that I purchased with Ghidorah. So he was one of them. And then also he's very old, and he was one of them. He came in there too. And not all my Godzillas that I reviewed are here, because my son has them in his room. So like I said, he's a huge Godzilla fan also. So yeah, they're all over this house. So I don't know how many I've unboxed and reviewed, and I've kind of slowed down on Godzilla due to the fact that I absolutely loved when NECA was doing them, and I really don't care too much about like the ones that are out there now, like the like the Bandai real quick ones that they do. But there are some higher end ones that I want to get into, but not too much. But Haya Toys has recently just released it. They are releasing now 6 to 8 inch Godzilla figures that look really good. So those will be coming to Moe's Toy Room very, very soon in 2024. But that's what you got there. And then also I have that, and I remember purchasing that from the San Jose Berryessa flea market, and I picked that whole thing up for $1. It was really dirty, and I came home, cleaned it up, and it fired right up. So I'm not going to play it because it plays the Star Wars music and then I'll get a copyright. But trust me, they move around, everything works. So it's been in my household for a few decades. So that's where that goes. And then I will go here. So up here, you can see at the very top, I have a Grogu. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, so that's what you got. I also have a Darth Maul Unleashed. I got a big old Lego Boba Fett, and then I have a Boba Fett helmet back there that's pretty authentic, and another boxed set for Star Wars that I just haven't got around to take to the storage unit. So that's what's going around with that. But yeah, I have a whole downstairs, like I have like kind of like a mini wall of glass cases that are filled with vintage Star Wars. So those you will see, not in this video, but you will see in the loose collection video coming out in early 2024 for Star Wars. So these are the only ones I didn't get around to dusting. Okay, so you're wondering, hey, what's on the wall? Okay, so there's what's on the wall. That's what's on there. And that does need to be dusted. So sorry, folks, but it took a long time. But these are basically the ones that I didn't get around to dusting. I will more likely dust these today or tomorrow. But these are my turtles. As far as I believe it's my 1987 turtles and my turtle wagon. You guys know that I have purchased all those. So I have the full set of those, all complete. Those are also downstairs kicking it in the glass cases with my Star Wars. I just don't know where to put them. It's just one of those things. All right. So then we got my Mortal Kombat collection. Everybody loves this right here. You can see basically what's back there. You got some Spawn in the background. You're wondering what Spawns there are. These are Hamburger Head. That's the classic Spawn. And that's the like green, whatever, like plasma Spawn. And then I also have the 50th issue Spawn right back there. But you can see here, these are not all my Mortal Kombat figures because as you could tell, they don't fit. So, yeah, I have the other Baraka that has a shirt. I own all the Mortal Kombat figures that McFarlane brought out. So I'm hoping that he just brings out more, you know. Give us a Goro, give us Melina, maybe Kintaro, Shiva. You know, bring some big ones over. Give us some of those. A Reptile would be very nice. But yeah, that's what pretty much we got back there. So a lot of people are wondering, hey, what's back there? So you see it on all my videos. And then I'm going right here down below. These are some of my Predators. Not all of my Predators, folks. You notice that my Shaman and all of them are not here because I put them in box and they are getting ready to go to storage until hopefully we could pick out a house that's big enough. So that's the problem that we're having now. We need one big enough for me and my family. And it needs to have a media room, man. For that way I can have a kick-ass YouTube channel. So we plan on going, you know, we're not going to slow down, I'll tell you that, with the Moe'S YouTube. But yeah, you can see that. That's what's going on there. So yeah, these are my Predators, and they have been here for a long time. There might be some newer ones that are in there, like that one right there, and there's a few other ones that might be in there. Like I think he might be one. But as far as all of them, yeah, they're all put away, folks. So that's what you got there. Okay. So I will go right here. This is the upper mid section that you normally don't get to see, but you get a hint of it. This is mostly Michael Myers. Just my Michael Myers collection. That's my 18-inch version right there, he does work also. But if I play the music, I will get a copyright. You notice that there is one new Michael Myers figure that is not here that I am on the hunt for, and that is the Halloween End version. Although I am not a fan of that movie, I'm just saying. But I want the figure. The figure just looks badass. So, yeah, I'm a huge Captain Spaulding fan also. I'm a huge fan of Rob Zombie and his House of a Thousand Corpses. Actually, all his movies. I love all his movies. And then, of course, I am a huge fan of Terrifier. What did you guys think of the Terrifier 3 teaser trailer? Have you seen it yet? Did you get the poster going to see it? Leave it in the comments. Let me know, or DM me, whatever. Catch me on my Instagram. Let me know how you liked it. Yeah, like I said, these are not all my figures. They definitely will not fit here, but I also got like a Dr. Loomis back there, and I got a picture of the gang from Trick or Treat, because I absolutely love that movie. And I heard today that they are starting production for part 2. It will be the backstory of Sam. So yeah, we're gonna get that, folks. It's finally coming. So that's what you got. And you're wondering what this is. You guys should already know what that is. That goes to my YouTube channel. So that's my measuring tape. That's my thing that I use to cut the figures out of the package, to cut their stuff. And yeah, I had a knife up there to do the to cut the tape on it. So that's what we got, folks. And then over here, okay, this is interesting because a lot of people are going to probably be asking me if I want to sell one thing out of here, because ever since I got it, and when I tell you how I got it, there's a creep show back there. When I tell you how I got it, you're going to want to punch me directly in the face if you're a huge fan of Batman. It's this Joker set. Yes, it does light up. I didn't know where else to put the Rock figures, so I just dumped them back there. All the other DC Multiverse that I've reviewed are put away, and a lot of them are already in storage. So, but you're wondering, but the whole back area, all those TVs and everything light up. On this thing, it works perfectly. Everything's there. Even the antennas are all there on the TVs. You could see that. And then I got my Joker right there. And then also this briefcase opens up and is stacked with money. And if you look right underneath there, there's the rest of the accessories that go to this set. So everything is there and it's packaged. This is my Joker. And I'm going to tell you how I got this. Okay. It was on a virtual garage sale. Maybe, I don't know if any of you guys know what that is. And my wife ended up picking this thing up. You got to be first on the list. So right when you see it, you got to sign up for it, and then you get it first. Okay. These people were selling this for $5. First one to come and get it, got it. We picked it up with a lot of other things, like a life-size Ninja Turtle and a bunch of stuff. This is in there, and it's been with me now for a couple of years, I believe. Almost 2 years. So yeah, we've had this one, and yeah, I just don't know where to put it. So it just stays there. But no, folks, I do not want to sell it. And then right here, we'll go down below. I got an OG Ghostface in the front. He really don't stand too well on his own, but he does have his knife. And you may not see the weapons on all these. It's because they're all put away. I don't feel like losing them or hunting them down. But yeah, you got the Night of the Demons, that set right there. My buddy Juan from Comic and Figure Addicts was the one that had these, and I ended up buying them from him. He had them as loose figures. The only thing that they're missing is her lipstick. So if anybody's out there that has a lipstick, let me know, hit me up, and I would love to purchase it from you. Also, I have my Freddy's. Got some McFarlane Freddy's. I recently just purchased the Freddy with the extra long arms. So, yeah, he will be coming in the mail. This Freddy we ended up picking up, believe it or not, from Six Flags Magic Mountain. Well, not Magic Mountain. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I've been to so many of them. Discovery Kingdom, we ended up picking that one up there. There's also a Michael Myers one that's out there like that, but they were sold out on that. And then I got that little Freddy guy right back there. I got Freddy. I got that like all rubber Freddy right back there. And I even got this little Freddy. And I even got like a Cinema of Fear like 3-pack that has a little Freddy like that. It has, I think, Leatherface and let's see, Jason. So, and then that's the Stan Winston version that came out. Got that from one of the old Toys R Us's and Toys R Us Hayward when those first came out. Absolutely loved it. And that was the only piece I bought from those. These Stan Winston monsters. I absolutely love that piece, and it's always stayed with me since. All right, so now that you saw this, here is my Jason collection. So this, like I said, this ain't all of it. This is just what I can fit. And you got to realize it took me like 3 days to dust all this, folks. So just for Moe's Toy Room, and it's already starting to collect dust because it's just so much. And you know, it tends to be hoarding after a while, and I just, you know, don't want to really deal with that aspect of it. So I'll put out what looks cool for my YouTube channel, and this is what's out there. I am a huge Jason fan, along with all horror. I love all horror, but Jason is probably my top draw. And then it would be like Michael Myers, and then I would have the Rob Zombie guys, and then it would be Freddy and Leatherface and Sam and everybody else. And I also am a huge fan of Terrifier, so I got to meet Damien Leone, and also the guy that played the Terrifier. We met him at Sinister Creature Con last year, and they were awesome. But alright folks, so that's it for Moe's Toy Room. Yeah, people are wondering, but yeah, there's a lot here that needs to be dusted. So I will go over here. Yeah, you got like some Leatherface, some of these, and then also I got the other Freddy with the regular head right there. So and then also I have like some loose wrestling figures. So I have those up there, and then I got my own figures. So that was me when I was wrestling, and that's also my latest action figure with the last one that I got. And then they also have like plushies and a few other things like pillows and all that for my Super Diablo gimmick when I was wrestling before I am fully retired. Alright folks, so that's pretty much it for my review. And also I got that Movie Maniacs Witch back there in honor of my late auntie, who on the 6th of this month, in just a few days, was the day she passed away. And she was like a mom figure to me. So and then my uncle, we just lost her husband. We just lost him about 2 or 3 days ago. That's why I haven't been posting. But she was a huge Wizard of Oz fan and one of the biggest collectors of it. And she, her collection is just insane of Wizard of Oz. And I got that in honor of her. Alright folks, here in California, here in the Bay Area, it's still hot. I got my windows open. No need to turn on an AC or anything. It's not that hot. But it's still hot enough to make me break a sweat. But anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed that small room teaser trailer, teaser of my room. Not my room, but where we film Moe's Toy Room at. This is all that's here, folks. So yeah, there's not like toys everywhere. They're all put away and everything else. This is what makes Moe's Toy Room is this. And I want to change it up over time, but we just don't know what's going to happen, where we're going to end up, what kind of a house we're going to end up in. We just don't know that yet. We still have to go pick one, and we're just picky. That's all it is. But anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it wasn't some immaculate collection, but I am showing you what makes Moe's Toy Room. Okay, so you're wondering the future of this channel. The future of this channel is, in the past when Moe'S Toy Room started, we started with Star Wars, and I wasn't getting too much hits on it, on the Star Wars stuff. So the videos were a little ridiculous, some of the things that I was doing on them. But we ended up moving from there, and then we got into like superheroes, DC Multiverse. We got into some Spawn figures, back into Spawn, because I've always been a McFarlane fan. I've been into Spawn heavily since 1994. I own all the comics 1 through 50, and I also have the 50th figure. But I have a lot of stuff from McFarlane. Okay, I even have the little card sets that he had back then, and I think it might have been 97 or something when the cards came out. I got all those too. But anyway, folks, that's where this channel started, and so I had to go with what started working. So then my son said, "Hey, can we film Godzilla? Can you put it on there?" So I gave it a shot. Godzilla did very well. So we kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And then NECA ended up shutting down their version of Godzilla. But to all the people that started subscribing to our channel that are missing Godzilla, Godzilla's coming back in 2024. It will always be a staple here at Moe'S Toy Room. We're bringing back Godzilla, but I believe it will be Hiya Toys. We'll be doing a lot of stuff from Hiya Toys for Godzilla. And if Super 7 can throw like a bigger scale out or whatever it is of Godzilla, or maybe I'll throw some other big ones. I'll look at Big Bad Toy Store and see what they got, or check out my buddy Jorge over at the Toy Shop, or my buddy Juan over at Comic and Figure Addicts, and see what kind of Godzilla stuff they got in, and go from there. Okay, I've been getting hits on people wanting Pacific Rim. I will give it a shot in 2024. I will buy a Pacific Rim item, see how it works. If the video does well, then more Pacific Rim will come to the channel. But also, staying on the channel, Predator. Predator is staying for sure. Predator is a big draw here at Moe'S Toy Room. Obviously, the horror section of Moe'S Toy Room outweighs everything, so the horror side will also be heavy here on Moe'S Toy Room, from masks to props to, especially during the October season, September through October. You've seen just how many unboxing and reviews of horror movie figures, and we've even got to go into some haunt events that they've done for Six Flags, and also Spirit Halloweens and Party Cities and everything else. I want to increase that next year and make it bigger and badder than I did this year. So look for a lot of horror coming. And people are saying, what happened to Transformers? Okay, I'm going to give you a briefing. So we had done our first ever Transformer unboxing of Grimlock. And it was a very expensive piece, a very rare piece. And it did very, very well. So plan on seeing more Transformers in 2024. Invading Moe'S Toy Room. There's only one thing with Transformers that we had trouble with, and that is getting them to transform. Even the instructions just weren't good enough for people that are novice at this, that have never really grew up with Transformers. And even though my son built this, badass Grimlock for us, it's still the dinosaur version of it. And we can't figure out how to turn him back into the robot. So yeah, just keep it focused there. I'm gonna show. Just keep it there. Don't need to. But anyway, folks, let's see here. Yeah, I got him just lying around here. So he's right here. Still, we just can't figure out how to turn him back. And I still got the box and the instructions and everything, so we're just going to have to take the time to do it. But I want to bring more Transformers for you out there, like good Transformers, like this one. So just not every single Transformer, but pretty good ones. Get them out there and bring Transformers to Moe'S Toy Room. DC Multiverse. Okay, people are saying what happened to DC Multiverse. I used to unbox and review The problem is Todd McFarlane probably releases 4 or 5 DC Multiverse every week or every other week. There's so many of them. There's always a DC Multiverse, something new. Oh, he's going to repaint it and do this. And it gets a little pricey. And those videos, a few videos did really well, but most of the videos took a dive. So, yeah, DC Multiverse had trouble here at Moe's Toy Room. But there will be some DC Multiverse mixed in there. And plus on the Toy Hunts, you will see a lot of it. So I will cover DC Multiverse for you on the Toy Hunts. Along with Marvel Legends will also be covered. I want to bring more of the OG original Ninja Turtles to Moe's Toy Room in 2024 because I want to continue building my collection from them. Now that I got like 80, I think it's 87, now it's time to get like, I'm going to go by the year and just keep getting them. So buying them by the set and stuff like that. So you'll see more Turtles coming their way, making their way rapidly to Moe's Toy Room. And as far as Funko Pops, the Funko Pops that we will be doing and looking for here at Moe's Toy Room, most of the time will be horror related. So I'm just putting that out there for some of you. But when I'm on the Toy Hunts, if you enjoy seeing what's out there, I will definitely continue filming Funko Pop. Okay, so they will definitely have a place. So coming to Moe's Toy Room is Godzilla's coming back. More Predators when they get released. And definitely Mortal Kombat will always have a place here. Mortal Kombat is our go-to. We game Mortal Kombat just about almost every day. We have always been Mortal Kombat fans. I think I own every Mortal Kombat game for all the systems over since they began. But yeah, those are always going to be a staple here at Moe's Toy Room. And then you're going to get to see those Star Wars videos. Now, as far as seeing like the new unboxings of the Black Series or anything like that, I'm not really too keen on the new stuff for Star Wars, but I will continue showing it to you in Toy Hunts and everything else. But as far as the absolute main staple of Moe's Toy Room will be the vintage 77 through 84, 85 that I do own. And I think that my Star Wars audience will expand because people are going to be very interested. And they're going to say, wow, that guy really made an effort to make a collection like that, because the collection took me. I never got rid of the ones since I was a kid. So I'm 52 years old now. So I never got rid of the ones that I had when I was a kid. I just continued buying. So I basically have been on the roll buying Star Wars since I started working in my early teens from the store, and never stopped. So I was even collecting Star Wars before I met my wife, and we've been together for 30 years. The other thing, they're wondering, Power Rangers. Okay, I love Power Rangers, but I love the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, and even before the Green Ranger came out. I love that series of Power Rangers. I love all the villains. I love Lord Zed. I love Rita Repulsa. All the little creatures that they had, the putties. But mainly I love the Power Rangers and the Zords. So I do own my Power Ranger collection. For the original Power Rangers is also very heavy. So if you want to see that video in 2024, leave it in the comments and I'll see if I could put a good video together to show you my original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collection. And those are all carded or boxed. I don't think there's anything loose on that. So you'll be able to see that. But I would have to go back and forth to storage to get it out and to put it all together to make that video happen. So you'd have to give me time, but leave it in the comments if you want to see that video. All right, folks. So if there's other things you want to see on the channel that I may have missed, leave it in the comments. I want to do more Mezco 112. I want to do a lot more NECA for sure. And definitely Trick or Treat Studios is going to make a home here at Moe's Toy Room. From masks to now that they're doing action figures and dolls and props. I've always been a fan of that. So Trick or Treat Studios will be here making a staple mark at Moe's Toy Room. So that's one thing to look forward to as to the direction that we are going in 2024. But as far as a lot of things that you may not have heard, you're going to have to catch them on some toy hunts, folks. But I will show them to you. Masters of the Universe, Fortnite, Super Mario, all that good stuff you're going to see out there is just too overwhelming, as you could tell. And it's very, very costly. But I will show you on toy hunts what's out there, or at toy events, some of the rarer side of those items. Also, I will show you on the toy shows. Also, the San Jose Super Toy Show is coming back. I believe it is December 2nd, San Jose Fairgrounds. Time Tunnel Toys presents that. So they're out of San Jose, California. So if you are from another state, want to make reservations to come in, you might want to get a hold of Time Tunnel Toys in San Jose, California. Get a hold of them because they are the ones that do the whole event. And if you want to see what one of those is about, just scroll down into my library and watch the latest one that I did, and you will see how many vendors and how packed it was. I love covering the San Jose Super Toy Show. They are my go-to toy show, and if you've never been to one, it is the event to go to find some of the rarest stuff on the planet for toy collecting. People just come up with the wildest stuff. There was even a guy, like, I think last year, that was even selling a missile-firing Boba Fett there with vinyl cape Jawa and a few other things. If you see in the last video, we even found a Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man that was mint, although I missed out on it. But hey, at least hopefully it went to a good home, because it could have came here to my collection. It could have just came with my $6 Million Man and my Bionic Woman. He could have just been standing right there next to him. But maybe next time, folks. All right, folks. So please like, comment, subscribe, and from Moe's Toy Room to yours, make sure you like. Make sure you like. And share it. Tell everybody about us, okay? Helps our channel grow. Good night, everyone.